What is going on, everybody, and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. My name is ELYYT, and I do a lot of trading tips, squad building, challenge guides, the Trading to Glory series you might have already seen here on YouTube, but today we are going to be doing a very special video. It's the first of very few trading guides I'm going to bring out throughout the year, ultimate trading guides for big promotions. This one is going to be for the ultimate screen promotion that happens towards the end of October. You should also expect one for Black Friday, maybe Footmas, Team of the Year for sure, probably St. Patrick's Day and Foot Birthday, and Team of the Season. Those are the only ones that even have a possibility of getting an ultimate trading guide. So today is the first out of all of them, so make sure to drop a like on the video, and huge shout out to Matt Foot Trading. His link will be down in the description below. He helped out with this video so much in terms of providing graphics and stuff like that for all of the trading guides. This is stuff that you can find on his Twitter as well. He deserves so much credit for what this video includes. So let's go ahead and get started and show you guys this graphic. This is his ultimate scream guide, and it covers pretty much everything that we would cover in the video. Now obviously I'm going to expand on it. I'm going to give my opinions and my ideas as well, but he has a great outline. So this is his outline for the first page, his outline for the second page. We're going to go ahead and chop it up into the important parts and focus on each section throughout the video. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. First up, the potential upgrade dates for Foot 19 are going to come on full moon and lunar eclipses. Now, obviously, Friday the 13th is another day which you can expect there to be the upgrades for these cards, because when screams get released into packs, they'll be released at the end of October, and they'll go out of packs on October 31st or like November 1st, and they'll be out of packs for the rest of the year. But that doesn't mean the promotion for them is completely over, because throughout the year there will be several dates where they get upgraded again. Now, on the 24th of October, there is a full moon, and I am very hesitant to think that they'll get upgraded on that full moon date, because they had only been out in packs for a couple days. Now, we are expecting them to drop on the 19th, which means that they have been in packs for 5 days by that point. But given the fact that it's still during the promotion, and we are expecting a big upgrade on Halloween on like the 28th through the November 1st, it's very unlikely that they'll be boosted on the full moon on the 24th, but I'm not saying that EA won't do it. Now, some of the cards to expect are just cards that are, really tall. Players that are really tall. The tallest goalkeepers in the game normally get them. Pantilimon got one last year for being 6'8". You're going to expect tall goalkeepers to get one, tall center backs, players with a lot of physicality, because they're scary to play against. And that's what they've done in the past, but you don't really have any great hints on what cards are going to get them, because sometimes they just throw in some random cards to get these boosts, like Mark Barcha or Pulisic, who have gotten them in the past, and you're thinking, there's no really correlation to being scary to play against them and them getting scream cards, so stuff like that doesn't really correlate, but some of the cards do. So full moon is on the 23rd of November, the 22nd of December, 21st of January, the 19th of February, the 21st of March, the 19th of April, and the 18th of May. The lunar eclipse is going to be on January 20th to 21st. So that's around the time of Team of the Year, maybe just slightly after it. So you can pretty much guarantee that there's going to be a boost on the 21st of January, because not only is there a lunar eclipse, but there's also a full moon, so that is a big date for it. But what you notice is that there's no dates for the Friday the 13th this year for the upgrades and Scream. There were last year. It was April 13th and then also July 13th were both Fridays, but this year the first Friday the 13th of FIFA 19 will be in September, and the game will be over by then. We'll be hyped up for FIFA 20 by then, and there's not going to be any upgrade for Scream cards on frickin' 13th of September, so there's not going to be any Friday the 13th opportunities. But these aren't the only opportunities that they can get upgraded. Sometimes they get upgraded at random times throughout the year. As he mentions in that paragraph, there are different dates in the year that they get upgraded. If they're very convenient for a squad building challenge, if EA want to hype up any certain events, they will upgrade the Scream cards randomly for their own benefit. So that is when to expect the Scream cards to actually get upgraded. But let's go and talk about the Scream team in general. How many players are there? What do we expect for the upgrades and everything like that? So this explains it right here. He's got a couple of examples right there. Giroud and Luke Shaw. Those cards are not guaranteed. Those are just examples. So there's going to be 23 players. pretty much set in stone. There will be 23 players, and they'll all get a +1 upgrade, similar to like the UCL cards that we've seen. Now, if they already have UCL cards, you might expect them to maybe get another +1. I'm not 100% sure what they're going to do about that this year. But pretty similar to the UCL upgrades, where they literally just get a +1 on every stat, and that's it. So it's not really that big of an upgrade, but it is still a special card, so it's going to go for over 10,000 coins. Nonetheless, guys, during the spooky times that we just mentioned, those cards will go from 83 rated, like Giroud is, up to like 89 or 90 rated, and the stat boosts are insane. They're insane. They're not like a Team of the Season card. Like, if Giroud were to get a Team of the Season card, he'd get up to like 89 or 90 rated, right? But he wouldn't have anywhere close to 87 pace. So that is something to take a look at, guys. These cards are only boosted for a few days. So during those weekends, especially you guys that play Weekend League, look for these cards because they are some of the best cards that you will see in FIFA 19, but only when they're upgraded for those few days throughout the year. And they're very scary to play against, which is kind of the theme of the promotion. So that's what to expect in terms of the upgrades, guys. Let's get into the important part of the video, the part that you guys really clicked on this for, which is the overall market, which is where I'm really going to expand on his ideas, but we're going to go ahead and use it as an outline. Low-rated meta golds. Expect these guys to drop heavily during this promotion. Last year, 82 Martial went from 75k to 54k throughout the promo. This I cannot stress enough. If you guys have not liquidated your cards yet, you need to do so immediately. So if you have any players that are meta in like terms of maybe even Heung-min Son, players like him, he's 84 rated. This is an example, guys. He's going to drop a ton. These low-rated golds are going to drop a ton because they're just too low-rated to hold the supply of a big promotion. Now, the Scream cards do not cause a market crash, okay? This is going to cause a big drop on the market. Don't get me wrong. But a market crash, I saved those terms for very extreme times of the year. There's only market crashes maybe 4 or 5 times during the year. Like Black Friday is the first market crash. I always call Black Friday the first market crash of the year. Team of the year is obviously a market crash. Foot birthday it's kind of a market crash. It's a little bit more extreme than Scream, but it's not really a market crash in my opinion, but it's very close. Maybe a recession, right? But then you've got Team of the Season, which was a market crash, and then last year we saw World Cup mode brought the biggest market crash I've ever seen. But we're not going to have World Cup mode this year, but we might have some sort of like, I don't know, UEFA related event sometime during the year. So for like maybe the UEFA Champions League final, they'll do some big promotion. I don't know. But nonetheless, there are about 5 big market crashes during the year. This is just going to be a drop in prices. So this Sun card will go from like 66k. I imagine he'll probably settle around 50k after this promotion. But throughout the year, these low-rated gold cards, which this isn't necessarily low-rated, but it definitely is a meta card that's very expensive for an 84-rated card. Another example is Kondogbia, I think. He's an 82-rated card that goes for like, what is it, 20k? He'll drop in price for sure, guys. He'll drop in price. Martial is an 83 rated. We use that as an example. And let me go ahead and take a look at Footbin and just go ahead and show you guys a little screenshot of what I'm going to look at here in terms of 82 rated cards to 83 rated cards that are really low rated but are going to drop a lot during the course of this promotion. So I'm on page 2. Gabriel Jesus is an example. Anthony Martial, Antonio Valencia, Quincy Promes, Leon Goretzka, Fred, Kondogbia, Felipe Anderson. Those are all great examples of cards that'll drop a lot. Lucas Hernandez, Jamie Vardy, David Luiz, Alessandro Florenzi, Mateo Kovacic, and Marcos Alonso. Now those 3 that were from Chelsea are up because of the Eden Hazard SBC, so they're going to drop a lot and never really recover until the next SBC brings them up. But I'll give you guys a screenshot and put it on the screen there for you guys to see examples of cards that are really going to drop during this Scream promotion. Next up are the high-priced gold cards. So the high-priced gold cards are going to hold their value a little bit more, but you will see a drop in price. There's an opportunity for not only icons, really big high-rated cards like Pogba, Ronaldo, Messi, Bale. I was about to say Zlatan, but that's not an example anymore. Has been for the last 5 years, but you get the point. Those big cards that everybody's striving to get, the Neymars, the Paulo Dybalas of the game. these cards will drop in price. Definitely. Especially in the days leading up to like October 31st. In the promotional days where there's a lot of 100K packs. And even into the hype of this event, people are going to be selling their teams because they want to liquidate. They want to make sure that they don't lose coins in the market crash, which actually causes the market to drop itself. It's called the crash before the crash. You know, that's not going to be too significant, but it definitely will be noticeable, where there will be a drop in prices before this even happens. I think on Thursday, where it's a day before the event starts, guys, it's going to be a huge drop in prices because, one, people are going to be selling for the Halloween promotion, for sure. They're going to be selling their Kondogbias and all those low-rated cards as well. They're going to be selling their high-rated Weekend League teams unless they're still holding for the Weekend League this weekend. But for the most part, a lot of people will be selling their cards. Any investors or traders will be selling if they have sold late. You guys can tell I've already sold for sure. But on Thursday, you also see division rivals. You also see Weekend League rewards. You're also going to see marquee matchups. All of this puts packs into the game. Division rivals puts coins into the game and packs. Marquee matchups puts strictly packs into the game. Weekend League rewards puts so many packs into the game. So between like 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's going to be a great buy time because of all of the supply on the market. It's going to cause them to drop a ton. Now, when this promotion does end up dropping, I don't think they're going to rise back up a ton on that Friday because there's still going to be tons of packs being opened and the supply is going to be there. So I think buy day is going to be like Thursday and Friday of this week. But what happens during the overall promotion is that more people get coins, okay? What happens when more people get coins is prices of big cards go up. Those Neymars, Ronaldos, Messi, Bale, Paulo Dybala, those Weekend League cards, they're going to go up in price, especially the icons, you know, those cards that aren't in as many packs because more people can afford them. So despite the fact that there will be more cards in the game, the overall coinage and the fact that more people can afford them, the investors will have traded to more coins, like me. The people that open FIFA points will have more coins available. So they're going to be able to buy these cards, and when people have all these coins to buy these cards, the prices will rise overall. So a Ronaldo might drop about 150K during the promotion, but it will recover back up to nearly what it was beforehand because of all the people who now can afford Ronaldo that couldn't have before the promotion. So that's definitely something to consider. Squad building challenges is another big part of this promotion, and the great Footsby actually put together some really nice teams together that can possibly end up being requirements for these SBCs. Last year we saw teams like this. Last year we saw teams like these: Benevento, Oxford United, Lincoln City, FC Dallas, Lorient, Morecambe, Pescara, Lobos, Roma, Wolfsburger, Wolves, Levante, Albacete BP. All these teams were in there for different reasons. Some of them had witches on there. You see Benevento had a witch riding a broomstick. That's very Halloween related, right? Oxford United, all those teams with like oxes and the bulls and the horns, those were in there, like Roma. And then you had wolves, you know, the werewolves and stuff like that. And then you had bats for like Levante there. So those are examples of badges, you know, and teams that could be required in these SBCs. And there's more teams for FIFA 19, the great Footsby put on here. AC Ajaccio. You see maybe like an Indian there. I'm not sure what that one is. But then you got a dragon on Habai. CFFC Dragons for sure could be a requirement. Let's, you know, go across Derby counties. Another bull with horns. That's a ram right there. You've got another dragon, it looks like. Maybe a horse that's on fire for Al-Wada. Bristol City has dragons on there. There looks like a snake or an alligator looking thing on Olympique there. So lots of these different teams. New York Red Bulls also has bulls on there. There's a horse on Torino. You guys get the point. All these badges could be required for these SBCs. So what I'm going to show you guys right now is even more teams that he tweeted out on Twitter as I pull up my display capture. So you guys will be able to see the different ideas. So the Devil inside, Manchester United, the Red Devils, obviously, America, FCK, which is in the German leagues. Then you've got Everton down there, which are derelict ruins, which are castles. You've got FC St. Paul there, the Desperate Labyrinth, exchange of squads, of players who will find a way out of the labyrinth, which is all the bowls that we mentioned. Wigan Athletic for the Haunted Forest down here on the bottom right. Exchange a squad of players from the Haunted Forest. So you got Nottingham Forest, Wigan Athletic. Benevento, again, the witch riding the broomstick could be another requirement. Kaiser Chiefs, which I believe is a South African team. And then going up to the top, you got Flying Monsters. You've got the dragon that's on Liverpool's badge. You've got the hawk that's on Crystal Palace's badge. You've got some sort of hawk on FC Mainz there. Actually, no, that's Frankfurt, excuse me. And a few other teams there. And then you got the bats are coming. These were requirements last year. Romania, the country, I guess, have a nickname of the bat. You've got Valencia. So players like Michi Batshuayi could be a requirement. Levante there. And then the top left, the werewolves. So you got Wolves, you got Roma, Wolfsburg. So those are all possible requirements. So what I'm saying here, guys, is for investments, I would go ahead and pick up just discard players from these teams and send them to your club. There's no risk in picking up discard cards. So if you got extra coins lying around, which you should right now because you should be liquidated, or if you haven't yet, do it in the next couple of days. I think that picking up these guys really aren't a risk whatsoever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and get a player from Wolves right now. We're going to go ahead and invest in these guys. Let's go with the gold cards because they're going to be the most likely to be required. Normally, it's not going to require just, bronze cards. It's not normally going to require stuff like that. It won't have a maximum rating. That's very rare to see in an SBC. So the safest investments are always those discard gold cards. So I just picked up that right winger there. You can pick up Ivan Cavallero. Picked him up for $5.50. And, that's just an example of an investment you should make. So hopefully this video ended up helping you guys out. This was the first ultimate trading guide of FIFA 19. If it did help you out, make sure to drop a like. Let's shoot for 1,000 likes on this video. And one more thing, thank you guys so much for 100,000 subscribers. Absolute dream come true. We just hit it yesterday. I don't even know what to say. Just thank you guys so much for that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.